Imagine this. You just closed a new sale. You're excited until the onboarding nightmare hits, chasing forms, collecting documents, sending reminders, hoping clients follow through. A report from ABI found that 9 out of 10 companies lose up to 40% of customers during onboarding. That means if your business brings in $80,000 a month, you could lose up to $24,000, not from your product, but from clients getting stuck or lost in onboarding. By automating those tedious, repetitive tasks, you make onboarding easy, fast, and professional. You will save time, create a great first impression, and keep customers around longer, which increases revenue in your business. So by the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how this workflow works, how you can build it, and how you can implement it yourself today using no code. First, the client submits their information through a simple form during the discovery call, avoiding those awkward follow-up emails. Next, the AI agent processes the submission, storing the data in Google Sheets, and instantly sending a confirmation email to the client. Finally, the system notifies your team with a summary email, so everyone stays updated. So let's dive right into it. We need some form of trigger, so we will be using an on-form submission trigger for it. We then define the form path, making the URL we are going to send to the client look shorter and more professional. So the idea is, before onboarding the client, probably during a discovery call, you ask them to fill out the form. This is to get the information needed to run the workflow. Then we need to configure the form. So give it a title, then we create the fields that will be requested from our client. Starting with the name field, the element type is the kind of data we expect from our client. In this case, names are in text. Placeholder is a temporary spot to show an example until real data is added. For example, your name. We will make this field required because we do not want a client without a name. Next, we fill out the remaining few fields. Add the append N8N attribution. This is turned on by default. Switch it off if you want to remove the N8N watermark at the end of the form. The fields added are email, company, industry. What you are hoping to achieve throughout the partnership in the next few months. Anything else we need to know about the client? All the fields are required. For the anything else field, if the client doesn't have anything, they don't have to fill that out. Now we execute the form and test it out. Filling in the name, email, and industry. I have attached some test data you can use as well when building this workflow in the document, which will be in the link in the description below. Once we submit the form, you can see the information has gone through and it was successful. We are going to pin the data, so we do not have to fill the form each time. To do that, you click the pin icon in the top right corner of the form UI. The next node we are going to use is an AI agent. We will define the user and system prompt. To save time, the user and system prompts are in the link in the Google Doc below. You will just, however, need to replace the right expressions that are not recognized. For the structure of the user prompt, we start by giving a clear situation to respond to. Then we give it the information needed to respond to this situation. Then we tell it what to do with the information we have given it. Next, go to options to add a system prompt. This is also in the file link below in the description. The structure of the system prompt. We define the agent role. We also define the tools we are going to give it, then its responsibilities and what it is to do with these tools. Give it some rules. The rules are defined from testing the AI agent. Lastly, we define the format the client and team email should be sent in. Before we add our tools, connect the AI agent to a brain. I went with GPT 4.1. It's much more reliable and has fewer hallucinations than other models, especially when accuracy is required in the output. Now we need to add the tools the agent is able to use. The first tool we will add is the Gmail tool. This is going to be the send client email tool. Before you can use it, you need to add credentials. The client ID and secret can be found on Google Cloud. If you want to know how to set that up, let me know in the comment section. Type an internal email that will be notified when a client is onboarded. We will let the AI define the subject. It is going to be text. We will also let the AI define the message as well. The next tool we will add is the Send Client Email tool again. So the operation is sent, and the email is going to be an expression from the form. You can simply grab it from the schema returned from the form. Let AI define the subject and message, and again, remove the watermark on the email. If you haven't named your tool, it's best you do that now. The last tool needed in this workflow is the Google Sheet tool. You will also need credentials for this tool. The operation required is to get or append row. I have already made a Google Sheet with columns name, email, and summary. So to be able to see it automatically in N8N, you should do that as well. For the expression name and email, it can be from the schema output from the form we submitted. We will let AI define the summary of the client. Now we execute the agent node. There seems to be an issue. The Google Sheet tool worked, but not the Gmail tool. The issue is that N8N cannot read the expression, even though it's recognized. This is usually caused because in the backend of N8N, it is stored in a hidden item or array that is not shown. So to fix it, we have to call it manually from the form, which will be on form submission. We also need to call it manually in the rest of our expressions across the tools. So we can try it again. The agent uses the Google Sheet tool to update the database. Good! Then it sent an email to the client and has notified the team using the Gmail tool. Excellent. Great, now it works. Let's check out our result in the database. We can see it stored the name, email, and summary accurately. In our client email, we can clearly see it identifies the client, team, and sends a professional email. It also sends an email and notifies the team, guiding with next steps. This is a simple but effective workflow that can generate tons of revenue in your business, if done right. It is open-ended and much more features can be added to it, such as automatically generating proposals and sending contracts. If you are interested to see how this can be expanded, do let me know. Otherwise, let me know what other automation you would like a tutorial on. That's it for today's video.